This way to bear country. You'll know when you're there. As soon as you enter, you'll feel like a bear. A great grizzly bear. A Berenstain bear.
We are the Berenstain Bears.
Mama!
Papa!
Sister! Brother!
We appreciate each other.
We live in a split-level tree.
Mama, Papa, sister, and me. Snug as buds in our split-level tree.
Here are more Berenstain bears.
Factual.
Big Boy Bear.
Professor Ralph. Who's Tea Honey Butter? I'm the mayor.
And lots more.
Bears galore!
You may think that this starts our show. Well, it does.
Hold it! What's the problem? What's that have to do with us? Town meetings are grown-up stuff.
It has a lot to do with us. We're the grown-ups of tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
The leaders of tomorrow. Why, when I grow up, I may run for mayor.
I bet Mayor Honeypot is quaking in his boots.
And the first thing I'm going to do when I'm mayor is open all town meetings to cubs.
Sister!
And so, my friends, without further ado, it is indeed an onerous privilege, an honor and a privilege, to present one of our foremost citizens, Raffish Ralph.
Honor and privilege?
Raffish Ralph is one of the biggest crooks in bear country.
Who has a little swindle, a scheme, a plan that will be a great boon to all the bears of bear country.
Great boon to Raffish Ralph is more like it.
And so it is my great pleasure to present Raffish Ralph.
He's got a nerve even showing his face after some of the stuff he's pulled.
My friends, and you are my friends, this little swindle plan of mine is just the thing this community has been waiting for. Just the thing to bring in visitors. Visitors to make those cash registers ring. Just the thing to liven up this town. First slide, please. Wrong slide.
No.
That's right, friends. Giant Bat Cave, a miserable, no-account place that's of absolutely no earthly good to anybody but a bunch of worthless, squeaking bats. Well, I'm going to change Giant Bat Cave from this to this. From this to this.
Terrific! It'll bring folks to town to buy my handcrafted bear country furniture.
Yes, and my preserves.
I'll set up a roadside vegetable stand. Well, folks, what do you think?
It's time to vote, folks. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay.
Nay!
Can't be.
Why, it's a dub, a cub. Cubs aren't old enough to vote. Sister, what are you doing here?
Now, Papa.
We may not be old enough to vote, but we're old enough to think. And I think this idea of Ralph taking over Giant Bat Cave is terrible, rotten, no good, and crummy. And not only that, it's unfair.
Unfair to whom?
Unfair to bats, of course. That cave is their home, and Raffish Ralph has no right to take it away from them.
Sister's right. Those bats have lived in that cave for thousands of years. It's their home, and what Ralph wants to do just wouldn't be right.
But those bats have the same problem you have, Sonny. They don't vote.
Yeah, good one.
Don't you worry your pretty little head, sweetie. These are grown-up matters.
But, Papa...
Now, don't you two be late for supper.
Look, sis, I think you're right. But since when are you such a fan of bats?
I'm not. In fact, bats make me pretty nervous. And as for a giant bat cave, yuck. But taking away the bats' home that they've lived in for thousands of years just isn't fair. It just isn't right.
Hi there, sweetie.
Hi, Gramps. Hi, Gran.
Hey, don't be looking so down in the mouth.
But Gramps,
I like the way you stood up back there, granddaughter. Yes, sir, I like the cut of your giblets. So I'm going to give you a little tip.
what's that, Gramps?
Well, when I was a cub, we used to play around that cave. Pretty scary place. And we had a little rhyme we used to say. Giant Bat Cave of Bear Country fame has a word giant in its name. What does it mean? Does it mean this or does it mean that? Is it the cave that's giant or is it the bat?
You mean that there's some kind of giant bat in that cave?
Boy, if there is, that might be just the thing to stop Raffish Ralph.
To scare him into dropping his scheme.
Is there, Gramps? Is there a giant bat in Giant Bat Cave?
Just a little rhyme we used to say when we were cubs. Does it mean this or does it mean that? Is it the cave or is it the bat?
You ought to be ashamed putting ideas in the child's head.
Oh, best place for 'em. Best place for 'em.
What do you think?
It's worth a try.
A giant bat in Bat Cave, you say? Giant bat. Ridiculous. A base canard, a pusillanimous ploy to dissuade me from my public-spirited swindle, a scheme, a plan to turn a useless eyesore into a mecca of beauty and recreation. Here, my lovelies, 2 tickets for opening day.
Hey, this is serious.
He already has the tickets printed.
We don't have any choice.
About what?
We're going to have to go out to Giant Bat Cave and see for ourselves if there is a giant bat. And if there is...
You don't mean go into the cave?
Of course not. We'll go at dawn when all the bats fly back into the cave and look for the giant bat.
When will the bats come back?
Pretty soon now. Here they come!
Wow!
There's zillions of them.
But no super bat.
Well, so much for scaring Raffish Ralph out of his rotten scheme.
Brother Bear, we can't quit now. We have to go into the cave and check out the giant bat story for ourselves.
Go into the cave? You've got to be kidding. I wouldn't go into that cave for $1 million.
How about for 2 tickets to the grand opening of Raffish Ralph's Cave-orama?
You got a deal. Now let's tread carefully, stay together, and don't make any loud noises.
Yikes! We're trapped!
Don't panic, sis.
Somebody lifted those things.
It must have been the bats.
Look!
Wow!
Beware, all creatures, bears, birds, dog, or cat. Prepare to meet the giant bat.
What should we do?
We've come this far.
Okay. Come on.
Who dares to enter the enter sanctum of the giant bat?
Well, Mr. Giant Bat, I'm Brother Bear, and this is my sister. And you see, we've come to warn you about Raffish Ralph and his scheme to take over your cave. Sister, what are you doing?
It's a fake.
A fake?
Yeah, it's just a big old fake made out of chicken wire, spit, and rubber bands.
You won't tell anybody. The giant bat of Giant Bat Cave has kept our home safe for many years. And if you were to reveal our secret...
You don't have to worry about us, Mr. Bat. We're on your side. What you've got to worry about is Raffish Ralph and his Cave-orama scheme.
We bats look at things a little differently. Say, this is serious.
It's very serious, because Ralph is too smart to be fooled by this giant fake bat just sitting there. Wait, I I've got an idea. Now, would it be possible?
Here he comes now.
Ralph! Oh, Ralph, it's Ralph!
Oh, yes, the Cubs. And what is on your minuscule minds, my lovelies?
Well, Ralph, it's like this.
Giant bat indeed. If you're getting me out here on a wild goose chase, it'll go hard on you, my lovelies.
Really, Ralph, we're doing this for your own good. You'll see it with your own eyes.
Well, I'm waiting.
Pretty soon. They'll be coming out pretty soon. All the bats leave the cave at twilight.
I hear them. Here they come.
No, it's not possible. Yay!
Well, my friends, your plan worked. You have our undying gratitude.
That's all right, Mr. Bat. What's fair is fair. I just don't like folks being shoved out of the home that they've been living in for thousands of years.
And remember, my friends, if you ever need help, you have a friend in very high places.
Well, kids may not be old enough to vote, but we're old enough to think.
And we're old enough to make a difference.
A giant difference.
This way to Bear Country. You'll know when you're there. As soon as you enter, you'll feel like a bear. A great grizzly bear. A Berenstain bear.
We are the Berenstain Bears.
Mama!
Papa,
Sister!
Brother!
we appreciate each other.
We live in a split-level tree.
Mama, Papa, sister, and me.
Snug as bugs in our split-level tree.
Here are more Berenstain bears.
Factual.
Big Bob there.
Professor Oak. Oh, who's tea, honey butter? I'm the mayor.
And lots more.
Bears galore!
You may think that this starts our show. Well, it does.
Can I have the movie section?
Sure. I just want the comics. Here you go.
Here's your crossword puzzle, Mama.
Thank you, dear.
Comics, movies, crosswords, utter fiddle faddle. I read the Daily Grizzly to be informed about earth-shattering world crises. Oh my gosh,
Some kind of crisis?
Is it serious?
darn tootin' it's serious. Tomorrow's the annual Bear Country Pumpkin Carving Contest. Hot diggity! I'm going all out for the grand prize of spookiest pumpkin. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy!
Now, Papa, you're getting a bit carried away. Certainly no need to go overboard.
You bet I'm going overboard. I fully intend to get carried away. That's how I'm going to leave all the other contestants in the dust. Yep, your Papa's pumpkin will be so spooky, it'll turn a strong bear's knees to jelly. Come tomorrow, I'm going to win!
Papa, must you always be so competitive? After all, winning isn't everything.
Need I remind you of that great philosopher Grizz Lombardi, who said, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing.
Grizz Lombardi? Really, Papa? He was a football coach, not a philosopher.
What's the difference? So long as he agrees with me, I'll pick me the biggest and best pumpkin in Bear Country. Then I'll carve the spookiest pumpkin ever and win the grand prize.
Wait for us, Papa.
What for?
We're going to pick our pumpkins, so we can enter the contest too.
Not so fast. If I let you two have pumpkins, it'll mean more competition for the prize. And
Papa, keeping your own cubs out of the contest? Talk about the will to win run wild.
Don't worry, Pop. We're not trying for the spookiest pumpkin.
I'm going for the prettiest pumpkin.
Yeah, and I want mine to be the funniest pumpkin.
Well, in that case, sure, come along. But nobody else is gonna get any of my precious pumpkins.
Why's that, Papa?
They're my secret weapon for winning the grand prize. My pumpkin patch has the only big, fat, fine pumpkins left in bear country. I can't lose.
But what about Farmer Ben's pumpkins?
Farmer Ben sold all his good pumpkins to the pumpkin pie factory. So all he's got left are scrawny, misshapen ones. Hardly worth whittling.
Papa, please. Must you be so unsporting? It's a bad example for the cubs.
Tut, tut. All's fair in love, war, and pumpkin carving contests.
Oh, that bear.
What a pumpkin! Just wait. You're gonna frighten the living daylights out of the judges.
We found great pumpkins. I'm gonna carve a real goofy face.
Look at mine, Papa. It'll make such a pretty princess.
Yeah, sure, Very good. Well, now, you run along home.
But, Papa, can't we come inside?
Inside? Yeah, sorry, Cubs, but Operation Pumpkin is a top-secret project. They can't afford any leaks. Highly classified.
But who's gonna help us carve our pumpkins?
Come on. We'll ask Mama.
Well, I suppose you can trust her. The one never knows. There are spies all over the place. You can't be too suspicious. Even the walls have eyes. What? That knothole blinked. Beady, sinister spy eyes. And that one looked particularly shifty. Huh? Say, whose side are you on anyway?
We just wanted to see what you were doing.
Sorry, Papa.
Well, get on home and tell Mama not to wait up for me. Until I finish carving my pumpkin, this workshop is off limits. You lucky pumpkin. Could have wound up pie filling. After I finish spooking you up, you'll give all Beartown the heebie-jeebies. This is the messy part. Ugh. If I can carve a pumpkin as spooky as these insides, I can't lose. Ugh. This'll take some careful planning. It'd be a cinch to carve it into a hairy zombie. Nah, not scary enough. I know, a scuzzy vampire. Not bad, but not bad enough. I've got it. I'll carve it into a creepy boogie bear. Whoa! Any one of those would be spooky enough to win the prize. That's it. I'll combine them all together. Genius. Pure genius. I'm going to have the spookiest pumpkin in Beartown.
Dear me, Papa's locked himself up in his workshop for hours. I really ought to take him some dinner.
I don't know, Mama. He was pretty serious about keeping it top secret.
Top secret from his own family? Oh, your Papa. Well, how are your pumpkins coming along?
Mine's almost finished. Does it look okay?
It's as pretty as a princess.
Do you think my pumpkin looks too goofy?
Oh, not at all. It's very funny.
All right.
I'm sure everyone will enjoy both your entries.
I hope we win. But even if I don't, I'm having fun just making my pumpkin princess.
That's a very healthy perspective. It's a lesson some bears never learn.
Yowie! It's hideous, ghastly. Just a few more finishing touches, and it'll be positively disgusting. Maybe I've gone too far. What if it frightens folks too much? Then I'll be guaranteed the grand prize. Whoopee! Wow, it almost scares me. No doubt about it. You're not just another pretty ugly face. Who's that? Somebody's fooling around in my precious pumpkin patch, trying to steal my pumpkins for the carving contest. Well, we'll see about that. All right, I'm onto you, you rotten pumpkin thief.
Who dares disturb our evening meditation?
Yipe! Oh!
Darling, it's just Papa Bear.
Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Bella Bat, what are you doing here?
We often hang around your pumpkin patch after dark.
Because it's so charming and romantic.
I didn't mean to bother you none. You see, I was in my workshop carving my pumpkin and...
You're entering the pumpkin contest?
You sure am. In fact, I have my entry with me.
My, I'm sure you'll win. It's so pretty.
Huh? It's supposed to be spooky.
Oh, it's really very fine, Mr. Bear. But you must remember, we are professionals. Good luck on the contest.
Let's stop off somewhere and grab a bite.
No doubt about it. I got me a serious security problem. Mr. and Mrs. Bat weren't out to steal my pumpkins, but somebody else might. This calls for desperate measures. My surefire pumpkin thief snare will catch an intruder in the act. If anyone steps into it, wango! Up he, she, or it goes. It's a sorry state of affairs when you can't even trust your own neighbor. Wait till the other bears get a load of my scary pumpkin. That first place trophy is as good as mine. I must win at all costs. I'll make my pumpkin even spookier. Oh, I've created a pumpkin monster. Help!
Papa, for goodness sake.
Yay! They're after me! Help! It's a pumpkin monster!
A pumpkin monster? Oh, boy!
It's after me! Oh, no! Yay!
Papa?
Winning isn't everything. It's the only thing. Oh, big pumpkin carving contest today. Oh, I never, ever want to see another pumpkin.
Hi, Papa.
Well, Papa, congratulations are in order.
Congratulations?
Right! We both won prizes. I won for the prettiest pumpkin. And I had the funniest. Aren't you proud of us?
Proud as punch. Oh, all I've gotten for my trouble is a headache.
How nice. We have visitors. We can't stay long. We don't get out too much in the daytime, you know.
Just wanted to read you a poem I wrote. Bear Country Moral. Here's a little lesson you may not learn at school. Don't try too hard to win the prize, lest you earn the title Prize Fool.
Isn't it marvelous? Well, we must be going. Ta-da!
Guess your papa's the biggest pumpkin head of all. This way to Bear Country. You'll know when you're there. As soon as you enter, you'll feel like a bear. A great grizzly bear. A Berenstain bear.
We are the Berenstain Bears.
Mama!
Papa,
Sister! Brother!
we appreciate each other.
We live in a split-level tree.
Mama, Papa, sister, and me.
Snug as bugs in our split-level tree.
Here are more Berenstain bears.
Factual.
Big Bob Bear.
Professor Oak. Oh, tea, honey butter. I'm the mayor.
And lots more.
Bears galore!
You may think that this starts our show. Well, it does.
try for it. What's the matter, sister?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, I sort of got the Weasleys.
Weasleys? What's Weasleys?
It's kind of a funny feeling inside me. You know what I think it is? I'm nervous about the weasels.
Why? The weasels haven't caused trouble in a long time.
That's the problem. In fact, whenever Archweasel McGreed and his henchweasels are extra quiet, we bears should be extra watchful.
Sister's right. Maybe we can get the bears in bear country to keep their eyes peeled for signs of weasel activity. Grown-ups aren't gonna listen to us.
They might listen to another grown-up, like Papa. There he is. Papa!
Cubs, hear that humming? It's all those busy bees filling their honeycombs with oodles of yummy honey.
Papa, we've got a real problem. Can you...
You know, the mere anticipation of honey is...
I've got the Weasleys.
The Weasleys?
We got the Weasleys, too. See, it's a feeling in the pit of our stomachs. We're worried the weasels might be up to some more of their rotten tricks.
Well, that's all very well for cubs to have Weasleys. But grown-up bears aren't subject to such childish fantasies.
But, Papa...
Now, I fixed those weasels good last time. No doubt they've packed their bags and left bear country forever. Music to my ears. I could listen to that humming all afternoon.
Come on, we'll have to find some other grown-up.
Right, but who?
I love to sing, sing-a-ling, and play a tune on my danzo string. Strum, strum, clang-a-ling-a-ling. Clang a tune on my danzo string.
Sure, a lot of mosquitoes around here.
Yeah, they're really pesky this time of year.
You come to hear Big Boss sing?
Well, we always like to hear you sing.
That's for sure. But we also want you to help us watch out for weasels.
I love to sing, sing-a-ling. Weasels? What's weasels?
Guess all Big Paw's interested in is his singing. We gotta go.
Bye, Big Paw.
Bye.
Bye. I love to sing, sing-a-ling.
Since the grown-ups won't do anything, it's up to us cubs. I know. Let's keep a lookout for Raffish Ralph. He's always mixed up with those weasels.
Great idea. Let's find him and see if he does anything suspicious.
Have new rotten plan to take over bear country. Stop. Call me from the secret tree. Stop. Immediately. Stop. Aim agreed. P.S. Eat this message.
There he goes.
Hi.
What's he doing?
Looks like he's talking to that tree. Boy, that's really weird.
Chief, it's me, Ralph. I got your message.
What took you so long, parsnip brain? I want you down here right now for an important meeting.
Well, I'm honored to be invited down to your underground retreat, Archweasel, but I don't know where the secret entrance is located.
You're standing on it!
Hi, Chief. Nice digs you have here.
No chit-chat. Now follow me.
Where'd he go? He disappeared. Well, we wanted to see if he'd do something suspicious.
Yeah, and what could be more suspicious than disappearing?
We better tell Papa about this.
Relax, Cubs. There's nothing to be alarmed about.
But, Papa...
There's nothing suspicious about Ralph disappearing. In fact, it's typical of him. At least you got your minds off those weasels.
We're worried about them more than ever.
Forget about them. I guarantee that McGreed has schemed his last scheme. Now that he knows he'd have to deal with yours truly, he's given up forever any idea of taking over bear country.
The target for today, bear country. My plan is simple yet fiendishly clever. The ultimate scheme. Now, what we need is muscle. And I have a way to get the biggest muscle of all. Big Paw. To drive the bears out of bear country. Then everything will be mine. Lock, stock, and honey pot.
You'll never turn Big Paw against the bears. He loves them, especially the cubs.
My plan is foolproof, you fool! Look at this.
Trances, the secrets of hypnotism.
Look into my whammy weasel eyes, you blithering buffoon. You are sinking faster and faster into the deepest caverns of sleep.
No, I'm not.
Now you're completely under my spell. You will obey my every command. All right. You are now a bird of the feather, nature's alarm clock.
You're crushing me! Get off of me! Get off! Oh, you're not a roosted past it all! I command you to be a dog, a canine, man's best friend!
That's better.
Whoops! Get back! Back! Get back from me! Stop it! You're not a dog! You're a bat! A bat!
Phew. Okay, Dingbat. You can wake up now. So what's to stop me from bringing Big Paw over to our side? I made you think you were a bat, didn't I?
Me? A bat? Ridiculous.
Oh, yeah? Then why are you hanging from the ceiling? Catching flies?
Me hanging... I think you just may be onto something.
Look, there he is.
Look deep, deep into my eyes. You cannot resist my hypnotic powers. Ouch!
What was that all about? Ralph's fooling around with hypnosis. I've been reading about that kind of stuff. It's pretty interesting.
It sure is interesting. I bet the weasel scheme has something to do with hypnotism.
This is getting real serious. We'd better keep after Ralph.
And so, Big Paw, my friend, I want you to meet Enrico Caviezel, the famous vocal coach. Yeah, he's come to help you with your singing.
You don't like Big Paw singing?
Oh, we love your singing, but Enrico can help you sing even better. But first, he must inspect your throat.
Turn your head a little up.
Definitely weasel prints.
They're heading towards Big Paws. Let's go.
And remember, it's your duty to destroy all mosquitoes in their country with your mosquito swatter.
Big Paw destroy mosquitoes. Mosquitoes bad.
That's right. Look at these bad mosquitoes. These big mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes. Big Paw hates mosquitoes, especially big mosquitoes.
Big Paw!
Mosquitoes. Big Paw hates mosquitoes.
They've hypnotized poor Big Paw, and he thinks we're mosquitoes.
Mosquitoes make Big Paw itch. Big Paw swat all big bad mosquitoes.
I just remembered something I read about hypnotism. Maybe it'll save us. Quick! What is it? Hypnotism is powerful, but not powerful enough to make someone go against his conscience, his inner nature. Yeah, but what's Big Paw's inner nature? Big Paw loves cubs, and he loves to sing. Come on! We love to sing, sing-a-ling.
Huh?
Play a tune on the banjo string.
You not big mosquitoes? You my little friends.
Sing, sing, sing-a-ling-a-ling. Play a tune on the at your strength.
I guess Big Pa didn't like their singing.
This way to Bear Country. You'll know when you're there. As soon as you enter, you'll feel like a bear. A great grizzly bear. A Berenstain bear.
We are the Berenstain Bears.
Mama!
Papa,
Sister! Brother!
we appreciate each other.
We live in a split-level tree.
Mama, Papa, sister, and me.
Snug as bugs in our split level tree.
Here are more Berenstain bears.
Factual.
Big Bob there.
Professor Oak. Oh, who's Key Honeybutter? I'm the mayor.
And lots more.
Bears galore!
You may think that this starts our show. Well, it does.
Bear Country News, a marvel of communication. Yes, freedom of the press in action. How fortunate I am indeed. Fortunate he doesn't deliver the milk.
In the bushes again. That pesky paper bear. If I ran my farm the way he delivers papers, well, looky here. Farmer Ben wins first pumpkin prize at the Bear Country Fair. Oh, wait till I show this to the missus. For the 10th year in a row, the top pumpkin honor was awarded to longtime resident Farmer Ben. Yep, no one had a chance against me. Oh, how I pampered that pumpkin. Fed it vitamins, dusted its leaves, massaged its... Oh, no, it can't be. I've been robbed. Help! A thief whipped off my prized pumpkin. It's been filched, stolen. Help me, someone, please.
You hear that? Farmer Ben's prized pumpkin filched, ripped off, stolen.
This is clearly a case
For the bear detectives, we gotta act fast before the crook gets away.
Right. Let's get our surefire detective kit. Come on, Cousin Freddie. We're investigating a mystery.
We'll need snuff, too. Farmer Ben's been robbed. All right, dump the bone, Snuff. We're chasing criminals. The kit's in the garage.
Stand clear.
There it is. Yep, everything we'll need. Magnifying glasses, handcuffs. The thief hasn't got a chance against us. That's for sure. What exactly was stolen from Farmer Ben?
A pumpkin.
A pumpkin? Terrific. We're investigating a vegetable.
It's an outrage. Snatched from under my nose in broad daylight.
Don't you worry, Farmer Ben.
Your pumpkin crime is as good as solved.
It is?
Yes, the bear detectives are on the case.
Pumpkin crime? Detectives?
Chapter 1 says the first rule is study the crime scene.
The crime scene?
You sure you can find my pumpkin?
No guarantees, but we haven't failed yet.
Inspector Papa Q Bear at your service. Yes, sir. I've examined crime scenes from here to Zanzibar. Experienced every sort of depravity known to bears. From honey theft, a dastardly crime, to failing to stop at a duck crossing, a minor misdemeanor. Unless you're a duck, of course.
Here's something. Give me the tweezers.
Did you find a clue?
2 clues. A blue thread and a green thread.
Then the thief must be wearing blue and green. What an awful combination.
Wait till Papa sees this.
Where is Papa?
Zero in on the scent, you mighty bloodhound. Open those nostrils. That no-good pumpkin rustler is defenseless against your noble nose.
Look at this, Papa.
Incredible. Dare I believe my eyes? Footprints. Incriminating footprints. Attaboy, Snuff. Go get him while the trail is still hot.
But Papa, these are the footprints of a cow.
Come, Bossy. Sweet old Bossy.
Bossy? An alias, no doubt.
Careful, Papa.
That branch looks weak.
Whoa! A clever crook. Used those cow prints to throw us off the track. Yes, sir, we're dealing with a master criminal. A criminal to rank with Professor Bariority of Sherlock Grizzly fame.
Professor Bariority?
Sherlock Grizzly? Papa, this is bear country. We're on Farmer Ben's farm. We're looking for a pumpkin.
You're absolutely right, small bears. Yes, in the grand scheme of life, lowly pumpkins are of little consequence. It's certainly not worth risking life and limb over. However, this is not just any pumpkin. My unerring instincts tell me there is something darkly sinister afoot, and I dare not rest a day, nay, not a minute, until I apprehend the dastardly evildoer. Mush!
Hey, look at this.
A corn cob?
And orange peels. There's a whole trail of garbage. What do you suppose it means?
It means a sloppy crook. Indeed, a trail of garbage is a sure sign of a sloppy crook. I thought so. No single thief could have stolen such a valuable pumpkin. It's a conspiracy. An entire gang is involved. Listen to them feast on their ill-gotten goods. They're clever, but now they've met their match.
Papa! Wait for us! Oh, no! That explains all the corn cobs and garbage. They're gobbling everything but pumpkin.
Look, Papa! We found a real clue. Pumpkin leaf.
Pumpkin leaf? Aha! I'm prepared to stake my reputation on the theory that this seemingly insignificant shred of foliage is somehow connected with the case. It's almost uncanny what I can deduct from a mere pumpkin leaf. For example, I can tell by the way it's torn that the crook is definitely left-handed with a French accent. Then again, the crook could be right-handed with a Swedish accent. What's this? A breakthrough. The thief is nearby. Yes, I smell him.
What you smell is you.
Nevertheless, I can sense the thief is very near. In fact, I can practically see him. There he is!
Yeah, I do see someone. I bet he's been spying on us all along. Wow, Papa's found the pumpkin thief after all.
Quick, empty out the detective kit. Give it to me.
What are you gonna do with it?
I want to see what's gonna happen next.
I got you! The game's up! You're surrounded! No good pumpkin snatcher! Now surrender!
You show him? Go, Papa, go! He won't get away now! Yeah! Yay! Why should
Papa fighting with Farmer Ben Scarecrow. Scarecrow? Are you sure?
I ought to know. I'm the head crow. Ah! First my pumpkin, then my cow, now my cornfield. What did you do to my scarecrow?
I couldn't be helped, Ben. He got in the way of a criminal investigation. But we fixed him up better than you. In fact, I'd say it was an improvement.
If only we had another clue. How about this? The first prize blue ribbon.
We're getting close.
And look, pumpkin seeds.
Very close. Here, give me those handcuffs.
Here, Papa, but be careful.
I found the thief! A whole gang of thieves! I got you! You can't get away now. You're trapped.
I gotta help Papa.
Why, it can't be snow.
Nope, it's feathers.
You have the right to remain silent.
Papa, you found the pumpkin!
I did?
But all that's left is the pumpkin shell. Mmm, a pumpkin smell.
What's going on?
Come and get 'em! Pumpkin pies! How about that? The bear detectives did it again!
The pumpkin snatcher was Mrs. Ben.
Your favorite dessert, pumpkin pie. Did I surprise you?
You certainly did.
And how do you like my new outfit, dear? I just love these colors, blue and green.
Lovely, dear.
Now taste my pie.
Delicious. My dear, you and I will share first prize. Me for the pumpkin, you for the pies.
Looks like the case of the missing pumpkin is closed.
Most deliciously. This way to Bear Country. You'll know when you're there. As soon as you enter, you'll feel like a bear. A great grizzly bear. A Berenstain bear.
We are the Berenstain Bears.
Mama!
Papa,
Sister! Brother!
we appreciate each other.
We live in a split-level tree.
Mama, Papa, sister, and me.
Snug as bugs in our split-level tree.
Here are more Berenstain bears.
Factual.
Big Boy Bear.
Professor Oak. Oh, who's Key Honeybutter? I'm the mayor.
And lots more.
Bears galore!
You may think that this starts our show. Well, it does.
Oh! Shh! Why did you ask me to come to the back door?
For the perfectly obvious reason.
That we don't want Papa to find out.
That we're going for our overnight campout merit badges in Great Grizzly Forest?
Shh. Right. Let's go.
The coast is clear.
get at least one merit badge on our own.
Without Papa's help.
I think we're going to make it.
We're actually going to get away on our campout without Papa Bear.
Aha!
Oh, no!
So, going for your overnight merit badges in Great Grizzly Forest, I see.
I really don't think you should come along, Papa.
It's not going to be very much fun.
Just lots of hard work, like pitching tents and cutting wood. We'll be sleeping on the hard ground.
There'll be bugs.
Lots of bugs.
Well, have a good time.
You mean you don't want to come on the campout with us?
Not me. No way I'd spend a night in Great Grizzly Forest.
Why not?
Oh, haven't you heard? Great Grizzly Forest is haunted.
Haunted?
It's okay in the day, but at night the ghosts come out. The ghosts of the forest. No, you couldn't pay me to sleep over in that forest.
Maybe we can get our merit badges by camping out someplace else. Like right smack in the middle of town.
Now, come on. We all know perfectly well that there are no such things as ghosts. Yeah.
Papa, you should be ashamed of yourself, scaring the cubs like that. Run along now and forget all about Papa's scare talk. And give my regards to Scout Leader Jane.
Look out for the ghosts of the forest.
That bear.
Here we are. Old sheets to be used for rags. This will do nicely. Ooh, I am the ghost of the forest. Who dares to invade my domain? I'll scare them out of their cute little scout suits.
Good morning, Scout Leader Jane.
Do I dare hope that Papa is not coming along on our campout in the forest?
That's right, Scout Leader Jane. Papa says he wouldn't camp out in Great Grizzly Forest if you paid him.
He says there are all kinds of ghosts and spooks in there.
It wouldn't surprise me if Papa Bear said the moon was made of green cheese. But thank goodness for small favors.
Do you think we'll be safe?
Of course. I don't know why Papa Bear would put those silly notions in your heads, but ghosts simply don't exist. Now, Scouts, we have a mission. Let's go earn those campout merit badges. Ready, march!
The campfire is all ready to be lit. We just have to wait till it gets dark.
This is going to be fun. We'll roast marshmallows and tell ghost stories.
I am the ghost of the forest. Ooh. Now I just have to wait till dark.
Ghosts of the forest. Huh. Well, we'll see about that. I may just have a little counterplan of my own.
Let's light the fire.
I think we should wait for Scout Leader Jane.
Well, where is she? Scout Leader Jane?
Over here.
We'd like to start cooking supper now.
Fine.
What were you working on, Scout Leader Jane?
Oh, just an arts and crafts project for tomorrow. Come on.
Now it's time for a campfire story.
Tell us a scary one, Scout Leader Jane. Something with ghosts and goblins and ghoulies.
Ghoulies? I'll do the dishes tomorrow.
Now, we all know that ghosts and goblins and ghoulies just don't exist.
But we have to have a campfire ghost story. It's a tradition.
Never mind, brother. Maybe Scout Leader Jane doesn't know any ghost stories.
Don't know any ghost stories? Well, you cubs just better huddle up close and fasten your seatbelts, 'cause I know a humdinger.
All right. This is going to be good.
Oh boy, a humdinger.
Deep in the darkest part of the dark forest, there lived a bear. A bear who didn't believe in ghosts. And all the ghosts went back into their nooks and crannies. And the bear who didn't believe in ghosts lived unhappily ever after. Well, that's the end of the story.
Scary.
Yeah.
Now into your sleeping bags. And remember, there are no such things as ghosts.
We know.
Hey, sis, you awake?
Uh-huh.
What was that?
Just the wind in the trees, I think.
Don't tell me that was the wind.
I am the ghost of the forest. Who dares to enter my domain?
Did you hear that, Scout Leader Jane?
What? I didn't hear anything.
It said it was the ghost of the forest.
You scouts have overactive imaginations. Now go back to your sleeping bags.
I am the ghost of the forest.
There it is again.
Who dares to invade my forest?
Scout Leader Jane?
She's gone. Oh no, it got her.
Ooh. It's working. They're really gonna earn those merit badges.
Whoa, there's a false ghost in my forest. No! Some stupid bear's pretending to be a ghost. After him!
Yike! Help!
Papa, it was you.
Yeah, it was me. Just as a little joke. But that's not me.
No, it's me, Scout Leader Jane. You see, Papa Bear, two can play the ghost game.
It was Papa.
And then it was Scout Leader Jane.
Boy, that's a relief.
Who makes for the ghost of the forest? I am very, very
Hey, you know what, guys? This ghost is wearing a blue dress and a yellow go-to-meeting hat.
Just like Mama's.
Mama!
I hope I didn't frighten you all too much. I figured out what Papa was up to, and I wanted to teach him a little lesson.
I learned it. Boy, did I ever learn a lesson.
Here are your overnight merit badges, Scouts. You certainly earned them. You taught us all a lesson, Mama Bear. A double lesson. 1, there are no such things as ghosts. 2, there is such a thing as being scared of them anyway.
this way to bear country. You'll know when you're there. As soon as you enter, you'll feel like a bear. A great grizzly bear. A Berenstain bear.
We are the Berenstain Bears.
Mama!
Papa.
Sister! Brother!
We appreciate each other.
We live in a split-level tree.
Mama, Papa, sister, and me.
Snug as bugs in our split-level tree.
Here are more Berenstain bears.
Factual.
Big Bob there.
Professor Ralph, who's Key Honey Butter? I'm the mayor.
And lots more.
Bears galore!
You may think that this starts our show. Well, it does.
May I have a couple of cookies, Mama?
Just a couple, brother. You mustn't spoil your dinner. What's the trouble, sister?
I always get a little scared when we walk past Spook Hill.
And what about that spooky old mansion on top of Spook Hill? I hear it's got wall-to-wall ghosts and goblins.
Never mind that ghosts and goblins talk. It's nonsense. There are no such things, right, sister?
I guess so.
It's a shame to see the Witter Grizzly's house so run down. Why, this was once such a lovely area. I used to play here when I was about your age. I was sort of the Witter's favorite. She was a good friend, but then she moved away, and now her beautiful house looks so sad.
A haunted cookie! Must have been seeing things. Guess that'll teach me to eat too many cookies.
Well, let's get going. We've got to get these groceries home.
Hey, what the?
Just the usual bills and junk. Bill, junk, bill.
Do you mind? Whoa!
And one airmail.
Pretty fancy envelope. Dear Bear family, it gives us great pleasure to inform you. Holy sweat socks! Listen to this, Mama. We got a letter from a lawyer.
Oh, dear.
It's from the law firm of Bruin, and Grizzly. And it says that Witter Grizzly has left us a gift of great worth.
Really?
That's good news, Papa.
But in order to claim it, we've got to go up to the spooky old mansion on Spook Hill at the stroke of midnight.
That's bad news.
It's a disgrace how this place has gotten so run down. Oh, well, come on. If all we have to do to get that great gift is go inside that old mansion, then that's just what we'll do.
Don't get excited. We saw them from the belfry. We must frighten them away.
But darlings, how do we know they mean us harm? They seem quite charming to me.
We can't take that chance.
Who has any bear-scaring ideas?
Now you two stay close to me. And Papa, you... Where's Papa? Papa Bear, we really must hurry. It's almost midnight.
I've got a pebble in my shoe. That's it, a pebble.
Papa, you don't wear shoes.
Did I say a pebble in my shoe? How silly. I meant a crick in my neck. That's it, a crick in my neck.
Papa.
No, wait, it's a stitch in my side. Wouldn't want me climbing a hill with a stitch in my side, would you, Mama?
All you've got is an overactive imagination filled with ghosts and goblins. Now let's go. Oh, dear.
That goes double for me.
Triple for me.
Quadruple for me. Oh! Oh, boy. Rain. The management regrets to announce that the spooky old mansion visit has been called off on account of rain. Oh! I guess the management doesn't mind a little rain.
Now all we have to do is step inside.
That does it.
Papa, we can't turn back now.
We're not going to, Mama. It's time we got a little tougher. Why, you three are letting your fears run away with you. Now, pull yourselves together and let's go in there and get our gift.
There's really nothing to be afraid of.
Enough! It's not working. They are overcoming their fears.
Look!
The gift of great worth must be in that box.
Yeah, but come to think of it, it could be anything.
Like the scariest monster you could imagine.
Or a lifetime supply of ghosts and goblins.
Well, I, for one, am going to find out.
What do you think is in the box?
Oh, look, it's just an ordinary piece of paper.
With something written on it.
It's a message left behind by the Witter Grizzly.
Are you listening, Cubs?
In spite of spooks, in spite of haunts, in spite of tricks, in spite of taunts, you have found the strength this lid to lift, and so received my precious gift. Yes, bears of Bear Country, I bid you know, courage is the gift that I bestow. Well, how about that?
Wait, there's a P.S.
Now, isn't this interesting? I bequeath my property, the house on Spook Hill, to all citizens and creatures of Bear Country to share and share alike.
Look!
The haunted cookie! The haunted cookie! Oh, now I get it.
Now that we all own this spooky old mansion, what are we going to do with it?
You know something? With a little paint and a few shingles,
And so it gives me great pride and pleasure to dedicate the Bear Country Library in the name of Witter Grizzly as a monument to courage
And friendship for all creatures.
Bear Country moral. Your biggest fears you may find are strictly creatures of the mind.
This way to Bear Country. You'll know when you're there. As soon as you enter, you'll feel like a bear. A great grizzly bear. A Berenstain bear.
We are the Berenstain Bears.
Mama!
Papa,
Sister! Brother!
we appreciate each other.
We live in a split-level tree.
Mama, Papa, sister, and me.
Snug as bugs in our split level tree.
Here are more Berenstain bears.
Factual.
Big Paw Bear.
Professor Oak, who's Key Honeybutter? I'm the mayor.
And lots more.
Bears galore!
You may think that this starts our show. Well, it does.
Come on, grow, you orange beauties. You can do it. Do it for your old dad. Come on, darlings, draw up that moisture. Suck in that sunshine and grow. Ooh. Now, come on, grow, you thick-headed gorge. Grow. We gotta beat Farmer Ben at this pumpkin game. So unless you want to be instant pies and pickles, grow! Come on, sweethearts, you can do it. Think positive, think big, think round, think orange.
Do you think you're gonna win the pumpkin prize this year, Papa?
I don't think, I know.
I don't think he knows either.
Cubs, your papa is bound and determined, absolutely dedicated to grow the biggest, the roundest, fattest, orangest pumpkin ever seen in Bear Country. I will stop at nothing. I will bend every effort, engage in any scheme.
This scene I see, these words I hear, tell me, my friends, my goal is near. Bear Country soon will all be mine. Oh, yes, indeed, as sure as my name is Weasel McCreed.
I'm Raffish Ralph, so feast your eyes. When it comes to slick, I take the prize. I'm crookeder than a dog's hind leg. I'll lift, I'll shift, I'll bow or beg. My threads are nifty, my eyes are shifty. I'm smooth and slick, and I
take my pick of the good things in life.
All I want is my unfair share. And my favorite mark is that fat-faced fool right over there, otherwise known as Papa Q Bear.
How would you like to make a little money?
How little? As long as I don't have to do anything honest.
All you have to do is get Papa Bear to plant this special pumpkin seed in his pumpkin patch.
Special, you say?
Very special.
A cinch. An unadulterated, surefire cinch. Papa Bear is so mad for that pumpkin patch of his that this'll be a piece of cake. Or should I say a piece of pie? Pumpkin pie.
Gee, Papa, what makes you so sure you're gonna grow the biggest pumpkin and win the prize? That's a pretty fine patch Ben has over there.
Son, there's no way I'm not gonna win. Why, I've got it all over old Ben in every way. I've got the high ground, which gives me good drainage and plenty of sunshine. And not only that, I've got a green thumb.
You certainly have, Papa.
Yipe!
Hello, my very good friends.
Uh-oh, it's that swindler, Raffish Ralph.
Ha ha, my very good friend, Papa Bear.
Hi, Ralph.
And your delightful cubs. Just happened to be in the neighborhood and thought I'd look in on Bear Country's leading pumpkinologist. Except for one.
What's that?
Well, I refer to your neighbor, Farmer Ben, who is, after all, professional.
Well, be that as it may be, it just so happens that I'm winning the pumpkin prize this year. I cannot miss. I am surefire money in the bank for first prize.
Well, in that case, of course, you wouldn't be interested in a very special pumpkin seed which has come into my possession.
Yes, sir. I want it known by one and all that this year I've got the pumpkin prize sewed up. Why, pumpkin seed? Special, you say? What sort of pumpkin seed?
Papa! Papa!
Please, Papa.
Be careful, Papa. Remember, that's Raffish Ralph you're talking to. Remember that magic honey machine he sold you last month?
Yeah, the only thing it made was money for Ralph.
Excuse me, little ones. What sort of pumpkin seed? A very special experimental pumpkin seed.
Experimental?
That's right. You see, I have a third cousin, and he has a brother-in-law who sweeps up at the super-secret Bear Country Agricultural Lab. And he just happened to sweep up this super-special experimental pumpkin seed.
Wow! I'd sure like to have that seed. Will you sell it to me, Ralph?
Sell it to you? Sell it to you? You do me a discredit, my friend. Why, I'll give it to you.
You will?
Ralph, giving something away?
This could be worse than we thought.
We better go tell Mama.
Why, I would deem it an honor and privilege if you would plant this seed in your esteemed pumpkin patch. Here, it's yours.
Gee, Ralph, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to thank you.
Tut, tut, my good fellow. Just see to it that I get a piece of the pie which ultimately gets made out of the pumpkin from this seed.
Done.
And done. Well, I must be going now. Done and undone.
Mama, come quick!
Yes, yes. What's all the excitement?
Raffish Ralph gave Papa a special pumpkin seed.
And Papa's gonna plant it in his pumpkin patch.
Gave it to him, you say? Well, that's unusual, but I can't see any real harm in it.
But, Mama...
Now, Cubs, I've got things to do. Why don't you help Papa with the pumpkin patch? Maybe help him plant this seed you're so excited about.
I tell you, sister, I don't like it.
Neither do I.
Come on, we've got to warn him ourselves. Maybe we can talk him out of planting it. Papa, you know that special seed you got from Ralph? We want to warn you.
It's all planted and watered as nice as you please. Now, why don't you stop fussing? After all, what possible harm could come from one tiny pumpkin seed?
It's bigger than our house. Boy, that was some seed.
I don't like it. The whole thing seems very fishy to me. I hear something. Something inside the pumpkin.
You're right. Voices and a rumbling sound, like rolling wheels. Hey, where are you going?
Gotta get something.
What's that?
The stethoscope from my doctor set. I said something fishy. Well, it's much worse. It's something weaselly. It's Weasel McGreed and his gang, and they're up to no good.
Weasels.
Yippee! Yippee! I've done it! I've done it! I've grown the biggest pumpkin in the history of Bear Country. Eat your heart out, Farmer Ben. The biggest, fattest, roundest.
I'll say they're up to no good.
Weasels, open gun ports.
Now I'm sure to win first prize at the Bear Country Fair, at the World's Fair, at the Intergalactic Fair. Yippee! Yippee!
We've got to do something, and quick! On this high ground, the weasel cannons command all Bear Country.
Yes, but what?
Somebody once said, give me a lever and a place to stand and I can move the world.
Whatever that means.
Come on, I'll show you what it means. Pull, sister, pull!
What are you doing? No, stop that! Stop that! You crazy cubs! You'll send my prize pumpkin crashing down into the valley! Stop!
I think I'll pass on that piece of pumpkin pie.
Then it was all a weasel plot.
That's right, Mama. A wicked weasel plot to take over Bear Country.
And Papa...
But that was some pumpkin.